Okay, we'll call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
John Righeimer.
Here.
Stacy Hessel. Here. Tom Duffy. Here. Steve Carrianen.
Here.
Randy Newman. You have a quorum.
Thank you. Pledge of Allegiance. Certification of compliance with the open meeting laws, please.
This meeting was noticed to the media and the public as required by Section 19.84 of the Wisconsin statutes.
Thank you. The meeting agenda is set. Public comments, Chris Treeland, Newman.
Hi, Chris Treeland Newman, 7476 North Pat's Landing Road, Hayward. I just have a quick report for under trails for the Sawyer County Snowmobile and ATV Alliance. We still haven't gotten anyone to be appointed yet to this committee, but in the meantime, myself or Susan Mallett will be coming in for a quick report. So I just wanted to mention that we've been busy all the way around. We have finished a couple reroutes, moving off some private land and finished a couple reroutes on Highway 77 and then one down by the Winter area. We just have a little bit of signage, and I just want to give a shout out to both Sawyer County Forestry and the Highway Department for working with us on that. We worked really well and we got it done, and it's going to be a great trail now. So I also wanted to mention we had one rehab finished, and that was from Wooddale Road down by Birchwood to into Birchwood to the county line. So that rehab has been completed. Just a note on trail passes for the state of Wisconsin. There's been 31,304 trail passes sold since as of Saturday evening. So it's up just a little bit right now. I think the snow that we got over the last couple of weeks has helped with that. So, and then just wanted to share with you, 7 years ago, we started a fundraising committee for the Alliance because we weren't quite able to meet what we needed from just our state funding. So over the years, we've held different raffles, but our main ones have become a 20-gun raffle that we've done for the last 3 years. And then we also have a Christmas gala, if you want to call it. And we've done that for the last 5 or 6 years. And that total has brought in the last 6 years, over $100,000 for us, which is really beneficial to help us upgrade and maintain our equipment and also our trails. So that's all I have. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, doesn't matter to me. Hopefully at the first of the year, we'll have someone that'll be coming, getting appointed. So thank you.
Linda Zelmer.
Good morning, Linda Zolmer, Edgewater property owner and Village of Birchwood resident. I want to ask this committee with the start of the new year to maybe gather ideas about how Sawyer County could better utilize the resources from UW Extension and the UW system as a whole. I'm not sure how many different programs that any of you have taken advantage of. I've done everything from economic development to land use planning and zoning to emotional well-being to the strong bodies fitness. With the pandemic, a lot of this stuff became virtual and so much more accessible to many more people. There are a number of businesses in Sawyer County that have benefited from help from UW Extension. We've got Schumann Cattle, we've got the Burlages. All of them have utilized Extension to start up their businesses, and there's so much more. Sawyer County could have better utilized the broadband group that has been formed under Extension. maybe the strategic planning that you're starting would help better identify that. On Wednesday, there will be a public hearing by the Land, Water, and Forest Resources Committee on the 10-year update to the Sawyer County Land and Water Resource Management Plan. And I listened to DATCAP's meeting this month where they reviewed 3 county plans. And there was mention of how the DNR, DATCAP, and UW Extension are actually the 3 main components to help producers and landowners be able to better install conservation practices and do other things. So I'm afraid that if counties don't better utilize extension, they won't be there. And then those programs through DATCAP and DNR, whether it's agriculture or forestry, they won't be as successful because extension is the one that really works with landowners. Thank you.
Consider approval of minutes from previous meeting.
Second.
Motion by Tom Duffy, second by Steve Carrianen. Any comments? All those in favor? Any opposed? Okay, motion carries. Hayward Lakes Visitors Convention Bureau.
Good morning, Mindy Simons with Hayward Lakes. In November, which seems like an eternity ago, November 6th and 7th, I attended the Destinations Wisconsin Conference in Madison. Destinations Wisconsin is actually known as the Wisconsin Association of Convention and Visitors Bureaus. So a bunch of organizations similar to ours get together and share ideas and learn and discuss important industry issues. There were a lot of different highlights, but one of the key highlights that was very impactful for me was the keynote presentation by Jack Johnson, who was the Chief Advocacy Officer for Destinations International, the wider destinations group. His topic was basically navigating a new era of tourism. And so much of what he talked about resonated based on what we talk about with our organization's goals, but also with what we talk about in this committee and also with Sawyer County LCO EDC. So much of what we do is symbiotic in nature between tourism and community development. There was a specific slide that Jack showed that talked about communities holding and sharing value. And I just wanted to share what that slide said. It says, every community must compete with every other community for their share of attention, customers, investment, and talent. To compete, people need to be aware of the community. They need to have a positive image of that community. And their experience in community, they need to want to visit and meet the people. This is achieved through clearly developing and articulating and managing the community's brand. Efforts must be made to promote, market, sell, and engage potential visitors over and over again. So destination marketing organizations are specifically and uniquely positioned to do this. Understanding the need for destination promotion is actually a benefit and for well-being of every person in a community, and it's essential to invest and develop opportunities to build quality of life and benefit all people in the community. So just wanted to share that with you. At the last meeting, Mr. Ringheimer asked about the significant difference between the tourism economic impact dollars between Sawyer County and Vilas County. So I did a little bit of digging into that, and my investigation turned up the following. Basically, when we're comparing these two counties, it's apples and oranges. Sawyer County has one main community, Hayward, with a developed tourism infrastructure, so downtown for shopping, stores for weekend supplies, services, amenities, etc. Vilas County has 8 or more of those specific communities with developed tourism infrastructures. There's actually 10 communities within Vilas County that have dedicated tourism websites. Eagle River, Boulder Junction, Sainer, Land O'Lakes, Manitowish Waters, Lac Flambeau, Presque Isle, Phelps, Conover, and Arborvita, who is marketed through Minocqua, even though they are not within the same county. Vilas County collects a significantly higher amount of room tax due to greater number of lodging facilities and multiple municipalities collecting at a higher rate. For example, Eagle River collects at an 8% room tax rate. That money is, of course, required by state statute to go directly into tourism, advertising, and promotion. So more money, more promotions. In 2024, Vilas County reported 2,100 tourism-related jobs compared to the 960 in Sawyer County, so also more jobs. And between all of the different entities, Vilas County is spending about 1.1 million on direct marketing and advertising, which is about 3 to 5 times higher than Sawyer County. So bigger doesn't necessarily mean better. It just means more people, more dollars, and in turn, higher economic impact. So any specific questions about that?
That's helpful. So what was the $1 million that was coming from room tax and from the county, or is that separate from the room tax?
It's basically what they're spending on direct marketing and advertising.
So it's coming, wherever the dollars
It's
are
mostly-
coming
yeah,
from.
yep.
On the room tax, do you think, I know that's seemed like it's been a challenge here. I had a person call me going into the budget, and I hung up the phone. I thought, I wonder, do they understand? It almost to me sounded like, when I reflected upon the conversation, that, do you think there's some of those businesses that see that tax like as a tax on them?
Yes, there's.
And that's something they're supposed to pass? And I'm thinking,
Correct.
I thought it would be self-evident, but the comment was made when the check is sent in, every time it says something like, Sawyer County sucks, or this tax sucks, or something like that. And it's that, I'm all for less taxes, believe me. It almost sounds like that mentality, like the government is taxing us again. If that's there, how do we get around it?
I am actively working on visiting with all of our townships to make sure that they are educated about room tax and how it works. I can't necessarily visit with every single lodging entity within the townships, but hopefully if the town supervisors get a question from someone, they can then hopefully pass it on. So
I think it's a lack of business understanding. So if the Wisconsin Extension Program or economic development could somehow, maybe it won't work coming from you either. But I mean, the only reason they should be upset is if that room tax is so egregious that it's scaring away business. Otherwise, they should be all for it.
Right.
And it's mind-boggling. So maybe that we can put that on the agenda to get better education to these folks, because it sounds like Vilas has innate benefits, but yet they're doing things that we could do that would increase what we're doing. So thank you for that answer and appreciate your work.
No problem. Just wanted to give you a couple extra notes on winter marketing. I will continue my 5th year as the official Travel Wisconsin snow reporter for the snowmobile conditions in Sawyer County. This is actually a joint effort between myself and the Sawyer County Snowmobile Alliance. Berkey has their own reporter for ski conditions, but then I also do report on the Hasta Hospital ski trails. And we have a bunch of upcoming winter promotions. Iowa Sportsman on Wisconsin Outdoors, WTMJ Radio, Midwest Outdoors, and Midwest Rider, along with a new Google Ads campaign and a new winter YouTube campaign. So I am looking forward to reporting on how all of those campaigns do as we move forward into the winter, which hopefully will be great because we've got a good snow start. So any other questions?
I just have a comment. Great job in the cantata this weekend. It was wonderful.
Thank you.
Did you see a Northwest Regional Planning too? No. Okay. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
I'll give a report on that because actually Steve, Stacy, and I were at their semi-annual meeting last week, and it was really good. There are lots of updates. In particular, Carson Kipfer spoke about the progress of the lumber exchange, and that was really fun to hear. They're targeting a soft opening in May, fully open in July. Just a lot of excitement. They added a 4th First Light member. The Chamber, the Economic Development Corp, and CAMBA had been members, and now the Downtown Bid signed up as well, so that was encouraging. And what was really neat was, there's representation from several counties there, and he had a lot of questions afterwards. People were very excited. They'd love to see something similar in their own community. In fact, they wanted him to do it, and he's like, I got to see how this goes first. But it was really neat to see, though, and the momentum that it's gaining, and just hearing from other counties, because it's happening here. take things for granted when they're happening here, but to see the excitement from people in other countries, or counties was pretty rewarding, I guess. You guys want to add anything to the meeting? Okay.
I was just going to say, I hadn't heard, really much about the project. I've been driving by it, but I know you and Stacy have been around it a few times, so very impressive, for sure. So can't wait till it opens.
The other thing that actually in particular that I thought was really cool about what they're doing is they spent, what did he say, 2 weeks in the Sawyer County Historical Museum researching what was there, the history of it, because they want to really pay homage to that, to the history of that building in particular, but Sawyer County as a whole, Hayward as a whole. So I thought that was really cool. And I think that's what really piqued the interest of some of the other people there, of what they could do in their own community. The ribbon cutting is next Monday, which I'll plan on going to that. I have not been inside yet. I did, my wife and I walked by it and looked in all the windows. It's pretty neat, yeah. They put a lot of money into that. Big investment, and I hope it goes well for them. Be interesting to see the grand opening and the ribbon cutting and.
Speaking of economic.
Sawyer County Economic Development Corporation report.
I have Mr. Lamoury's report. He states, on December 9th at 6 p.m. financial literacy class. This class will be held at the WIBEC in Hayward. It's over on Highway 77, and will cover personal finances, identifying marketing opportunities, new business tasks, and resources for help. He also states the Thrive Grant update. We are finalizing the business plan that will help develop a program that will be shared and used by other startup incubators. Hopefully this will be completed in the next week. A new budget proposal revised by bylaws and review member terms for the next election cycle in January. So this is for the Sawyer County LCO EDC. Uniquely Wisconsin will be collaborating on how this video will be marketing Sawyer County by working with the county and the Hayward Lakes Visitors Convention Bureau. Forestry revitalization update. You may have more on this than me. Anybody? Okay.
There really isn't an update at this point.
Okay. Sponsorship drive plan. The Sawyer County LCO EDC is putting our marketing plan together for the upcoming sponsorship drive. We are working on creating a better way to market our current sponsors. WEDC opportunity, talent recruitment grant. Here are a few highlights of the opportunity I think are helpful to know. The application period opens January 5th, 2026 and closes January 30th. WEDC is asking that you reach out to their website before the application window opens to confirm eligibility. There is a $500,000 cap on the amount of any single municipality can receive. Applicants must provide matching funds amount to at least 20% of the total project cost. Cash, local investments, and in-kind donations can all be counted towards the match. There are household eligibility requirements for the incentive, which includes being an out-of-state resident that has a household income of at least $55,000 or more. And all of the other information is included in the program guidelines. And that is Mr. Lamoury's report. So don't judge me. I don't know what he was talking about.
Hey, Mike, on the revitalization forestry thing, Hayward would be the site if it goes. What other states are we in competition? I say we. What other states are competing for that that honor, or whatever you want to say?
Minnesota and Michigan are both giving strong pushes for that as well.
Do we know the progress they're making on their financing or what have you?
I do not know.
Okay.
I know it's sitting in Wisconsin economic development. That's kind of where it's at right now, because that 60 million funding was to come from there. So that's what they're working through right now. And we spoke in front of the Senate. The Assembly is not going to hear it until that gets worked out, from what I understand.
Okay. So we don't know if we're behind or ahead or?
I don't know that, no.
Okay, thanks. Did you want to mention anything in the trail reports again, or are you good? You bet.
Sorry, probably most important, I should have mentioned, with the new snow that we got, we all know that we had some heavy freezing rain to start out with, so it did take a great toll on our trails. We're looking at a $60,000 to $75,000 bill to get all of these trails cleared. Our organization has been working hard. We've got a lot of great volunteers out there right now. We have also started a Give Butter campaign, which is kind of like a GoFundMe campaign. So we are seeking that avenue to try and gain some other funds because those 60 to 75,000 is not in our budget. So, okay, that's all. Thank you.
Can I ask you,
Sure can.
how, we've had some bad weather winter-wise the last couple of years. How has that affected the number of snowmobiles we have? I mean, is it
well,
up or down or?
Just down greatly.
Yeah.
It's way down. I mean, like last year, for instance, really the only thing you could ride were the lakes. So some of the businesses on the flowage maybe had an okay year because there's several different businesses on the flowage that you could ride around to. But all of our businesses that are off of lakes, not accessible by a lake, with the trails not having any snow, they've taken a big hit. So we're very hopeful that we continue with a great winter. Otherwise, I foresee some of these businesses closing down in the wintertime.
How about the side-by-sides? Have they picked up some of the slack?
They have picked up some of it. It's a little bit touchy because once we, quote, start grooming, the side-by-sides are not supposed to be on the trails. They can still do road routes, but we're short on a few road routes being open. So they have picked up a little bit. I know last winter we saw some that were out by our place. So, but nothing like the snowmobilers. So,
All right, thank you.
yep, thank you.
Tom, non-motorized.
Okay, the Berkey registrations now are at 9,500 skiers, and the cutoff is at 11,000, and they will make that. For the first snow, came just in time for the Turkey Berkey on Thanksgiving weekend. They had 850 racers for that event. And since that time, they've been full each weekend. The parking lots are full both at Double O and at Cable. Let's see, they had good snow, but a lot of overhang on the bushes and trees from Double O to Hayward. That now has been cleared, and the trail is open from Cable down to the river, to Lake Hayward. So otherwise, they're looking forward to more snow and a good winter. It looks so far, it looks good. A lot of events are coming to Telemark because of the facilities there. They're spending a lot of time and effort on shooting, and hopefully develop that new sport. So that's kind of new what's going on at Cable. But
Great.
for those of you who haven't been to Cable and see that new building, it's something.
We stay in Sawyer County, we don't go to.
But it's hooked onto Sawyer County. It's part of the,
It's part of the interconnected network, right?
Yeah.
Thanks, Tom.
yeah.
And board-appointed committee updates? Any correspondence, reports from conferences and meetings? Future agenda items? We are adjourned. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh,
From the historical.
Historical Society. You're up. I didn't see that. Where is it?
Oh, it's been a while since I've been here. This time of year, we don't do much. From Thanksgiving to New Year's, we're closed. We did do trunk or treat again this year, which was a lot of fun, including one of our board members winning the pie eating contest. I haven't been there much, just like I've missed most of the meetings here. My wife was sick most of the year until she passed away in July, and my son was in for surgery at Mayo Clinic, so I'm just getting back to normal, and I should be here for the meetings after that. Normally, we have a speaker in January, but I think that's now going to be in March because that's when our speaker could come. He is speaking about a book, I guess, that he wrote about antique fishing lures. And then in April, we're supposed to have Carson Kiefner, who is building the lumber exchange, going to explain what he's doing there. Beyond that, like I say, I've only been there once in the last 6 months, so I can't tell you a great deal. I'll be getting back to normal soon. So,
Well,
pardon?
How are you doing financially?
Okay.
You have enough money to get through the year? Or?
Yeah, oh yeah. We have quite a bit of money in the bank, actually. We have like, I don't know, $50,000 or $60,000 in the bank from large gifts we received and from the fundraiser that we did a while back that brought in like $26,000. We didn't do it. One of our board members' grandsons did it for us. So,
good job.
okay,
Thanks for what you're doing. Welcome back.
thank you.
Now we're adjourned. Thank you.